Guys, this is Jigsaw Owens again, along with Hobo and Chris.
Hello.
Today we will be doing Deadmines. Chris here, 110 Druid, going to help us do it as I read the dialogue. We were gonna do it the pre-mades, but the pre-mades probably wouldn't wait for us on the dialogue, so we're gonna go ahead and head in and start this. We're gonna pick up the first quest here when we go inside. Alright, here we go. Lieutenant Horatio Lane. If we're gonna find out what's going on down here, it looks like we're gonna have to find our way through the entire Deadmines. Glubtalk, the foreman, will be the first major foe you encounter. A powerful ogre magi. Be careful, he possesses the brute strength of his race backed by his wicked spellcasting. Take this communicator, so that I can keep in touch with you as we continue our investigation. Be careful down there.
For the Alliance.
Alright, let's go kill Glubtalk.
Oh, by the way, you should take a look at the communicator. It has some fun flavor text.
Communicator, okay. No it doesn't. Try to click on it.
No, some dropped calls, probably no hidden thieves.
Oh. So basically what we got here is we got the kobolds, and they're working for the Defias, and the ogres are working for them.
Kobold diggers, ogre
Alright.
henchmen to act as the muscle, some bodyguards, and Glubtalk, if you all remember.
Aggro. Okay. This is the same guy that we've seen in the mines, the kobold mines. This is personal loot now. Okay. Cool. I'll take that. Alright. Bzzz. Communicator goes off. Nicely done. A clean kill. Now continue on and see what else you can find. We'll crack this case wide open with you on our side. I just know it. Never understood the monkeys here.
They're slave monkeys that are being forced to dig because the goblins ran into a bunch of monkeys on their tropical island they crashed on.
Sin, can you pull up my stream and make sure it's going okay, please?
Yeah, one sec.
Bzzz. Hello, can you hear me? Excellent. It looks like Helix is in charge of building an enormous mass. You don't think they're trying to finish the Defias juggernaut, do you? You better go investigate. And don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. You have clearance to use deadly force if necessary, and let's face it, it's probably going to be necessary. Go for it.
Watch out for them bombs, they still hurt.
Bzzz. Hey, it's Horatio. That was intense. I'm watching your progress on the Stormwind communicators. Spytron, X3 application. They sure are using a lot of heavy fortified doors to hide their work. Keep pushing forward and see what you find next. I bet it'll be a huge clue. Thank you for doing this for us today, Chris. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. You always help me out. You'll just pay me back an RBG one.
Run! They're alive! No! Bzzz. Hello? Are you there? Are you still alive? Hello? Oh good, you're still there. What in the name of Lordaeron are they building? It's some sort of mechanized monstrosity. You have to stop them from completing that thing. Throw out the rules, do whatever you have to do to thwart them.
So for those who have been following us along as we've explored Westfall, what's going on is the Defias are making use of the overcharged harvest watchers that we were working around with for
To make the faux reaper.
I forget the guy's name. This one we got ourselves a pet chicken.
Not a big fan of this personal loot. Alright. You're nearing the heart of their domain. There will likely be an extreme fortified door protecting the inner sanctum of the entire Defias operation. See if you can find anything that might pry it open. I suggest a stealthy method. God, I remember doing this dungeon back before Kata. It was like the first dungeon I did, and I was like, what's a dungeon? And Chad was like, oh, I'm gonna run you through Deadmines. I was like, what's Deadmines? Got to level 15 and you ran me through it. Bzzz. I can't believe it. They're almost done rebuilding it. We don't have much time. Admiral Ripsnarl, Vanessa's right-hand man, is bound to be on board. We'll never get to her if he's still alive to do anything about it. You're going to need to scale the unfinished juggernaut. Find Ripsnarl and kill him so we can get to Vanessa's private quarters on the top deck. Be careful, the Admiral bears the Warden curse and would take much pleasure in digging his claws into you.
I remember being able to get in these cannons and shooting things just to make it quicker.
Mm-hmm. I miss those days.
Well, originally used to face her dad, but they killed him off in the...
Edwin?
Yeah, Edwin. Yeah, they killed him off in Kata.
Which is a bummer because I found Edwin's more entertaining personality than Vanessa. But speaking of first dungeons, I still remember mine. It was back when I was first playing World of Warcraft. I was level 23, and my first guild was doing a guild raid of Moradon. At which, at the time, you had to be like level 50, 55 to be able to survive. They figured they would drag me along because out of curiosity, I asked if I could go with them.
Not find her until it is too late.
Bzzz. Shadowy figure appears in the ship's cabin. Don't pull yet. Your exploits have gained quite the following in the intelligence community, Jigsaw. Many top members of SI7 have been earnestly watching you infiltrate the Deadmines through their own Stormwind communicators. Matthias Shaw himself wants to speak with you. I'll transfer you over momentarily. Hello there. I've heard a great deal about you. Listen closely. You're only going to have one solid shot at this. The new Defias Kingpin must be inside the hut. Orchestrating this entire operation, I want you to go inside and take her down. For the sake of the hundreds of innocent people the organization her father started has killed and terrorized. I'm shocked that she would let you get so close to her domain without fleeing and waiting until more favorable conditions, but it seems we're in luck. Alright. In case you guys didn't know, in Heroic you fight Vanessa. In Normal you kill Cookie. Cookie is her captain. So, I don't know why they did it that way. A false kingpin has fallen thanks to you adventurers. Vanessa Van Cleef is still out there somewhere, plotting against us. Thankfully, without this base, she is largely powerless against the mighty alliance. I'll be sure to keep an eye on things as we begin cleaning the Deadmines out. Hopefully we can use it again, as soon as the famous gold mine it once was. As for the Kingpin's fate, I guess that's the way. The cookie crumbles. Oh my gosh.
Well, originally Cookie was over here around that area, and he was an optional boss.
Yep, Cookie was the original optional boss, so they bring him back as the final boss for the low level. Going back through on Heroic, you fight Vanessa after she's had a chance to, finish all of her plans. That's why.
You very well may have saved all of Stormwind with your efforts here today. Vanessa may still be out there, but she is an insignificant threat now that the Juggernaut will be placed under our careful watch. Thank you. Alright. Special thanks to Chris for getting us through, and Sin, thank you for your lore talks as always.
Yeah, no problem.
We're gonna go ahead and exit out here and go back to Goldshire. Actually, we're gonna go to Red Ridge. We'll end it there.
Lakeshire. But yeah, to finish my story about Maradon, back in vanilla, dungeons did not have an aggressive range. Monsters could attack you from any range in the dungeon if they, basically were considered threatened by you.
And they never dropped aggro either. In dungeons, they never dropped
They never
aggro.
dropped aggro. And the fun thing is, the lower the level you are from the monster, the higher their threat range.
Oh my God. Yeah, I remember that.
So it turns out if you bring a level 20 into a level 50 dungeon back in the day, bad things happen for that level 20 as every monster in the dungeon all of a sudden decides they want a piece of them. It was quite amusing because everybody was getting ready inside the dungeon. I zoned in, and next thing I know, half the dungeon comes charging towards me, and it turned into a right show trying to keep myself from dying. And from there, the guild had so much fun raiding the dungeon with a low level along that it kind of became a weekly thing.
Is there any other lore that we're missing, Sin, that we didn't get to go through?
Nope, we pretty much wrapped up Westfall here until we get a chance to come back in Heroic.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is there's a breadcrumb quest, and I forget where it starts, that lets you follow up from doing Deadmines, and you catch word with Horatio Lane, and he has you go deal with the stockades. But I don't think we get that breadcrumb until level
20. Level 20 is stockades. Yep.
Yeah, so we get a message from him at some point here and soon.
About Hogger. Now, did Hogger play a part with Vanessa, or no?
No, Hogger's his own thing. He's just a criminal mastermind that was a big threat of Ilwyn Forest
But
here.
they laid the blame of killing the Furballs on him, right? That's what Vanessa did?
Mm-hmm. She set him up to take the fall.
So he's innocent.
He was until he got thrown in jail for that, and rather than, working on, having his innocence proven, he decides that he's pissed off enough that he's just gonna overthrow the whole stockades and take over the jail. But then again, he's being played too, because he was only inspired to take over the stockades by the, first boss in the stockades. I forget the guy's name, but he's working on behalf of Vanessa. Well, I can always check. Let's see. What was his name?
Wait, you're talking about the magician guy in Stockade?
Yeah, Randolph Moloch. He's tied to the nobles, and he ends up convincing Hogger to basically break his way out. Then again, Hogger isn't innocent. He is a criminal that roamed all over Elwyn. It's just the fact that he got pinned for the furbolgs that he didn't cause that we finally managed to catch him.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch on my hunter. I'm just gonna check something.
Go for it. Thanks you for your help, man.
No problem.
So, right here, we have stuff that we can do on this sign right here, but I'm not going to go do that because I'm doing like the original, just follow the quest. Instead, just click on the board and go there and do this. Next episode, since we're going to be losing it, it's going to be, well, there's going to be two. There's going to be Tearspall Glades with Undead, and then we're going to do the Night Elves. We're going to do Teledrassil and Darkshore next episode. So thank you guys for watching. Once again, Chris, thank you for your help, and thanks for your help. And
No
I'll
problem.
see you guys next time.
It's been fun. Till we meet again.